Welcome to Beards and Buckets. My name is Teebs.
I'm Mike.
And thanks for your daily dose or weekly dose of smooth hoops.
Yeah, smooth hoops, smooth buckets, whatever.
Smooth jazz.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yes, sir. Well, how we doing today?
We're living.
We're living. Another week in the books. Another week of basketball's gone by. And
Damn right.
getting closer to the playoffs and hopefully what is not disappointing for the Celtics or anything. But
Right.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling. I don't know why. But anyways, I could go on an hour.
The land is feeling good right now.
The land is feeling good. They weren't for a little bit.
They weren't for a little while.
But, we'll get into them a little bit later.
Uh-huh.
But the first thing I have on here is something interesting. I know the Knicks are your second favorite team, so you could talk about it a little bit. Josh Hart has passed Walt Frazier for most single-season triple-doubles in Knicks history.
That is like a very intriguing stat to me.
Hey, I've mentioned my Walmart brand Jokic's, and, he's one of them.
Jokic.
Jokic.
Josh Hart really does do just a little bit of everything. Like, he's the definition of whatever you need. He'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And it is sort of like shocking to me that throughout Knicks history, because Walt played in the 70s, bro.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. And it's a little odd to me that other people hadn't already done that. But to me, it just goes to show the type of player Josh Hart is. He can go out, he can give you buckets, he can give you boards, he can give you assists, he can play good defense.
Yeah. Well,
anything you need, he's got it.
Yeah, it does go to show, like you say, since like the 70s, we haven't really seen like the triple double come back until like Westbrook. So
right.
This is like the last 10 years the NBA has gotten to a point where like, oh, everybody's getting triple double. It's like, that's the point the game's gotten to.
Right.
So yeah, he's one of those players that continues that. But yeah, it was weird. There was like this large gap in NBA history where it's just like nobody was getting triple doubles. Like,
I mean, when you get like late 90s, early 2000s, and you got the dead ball era, and people are taking forever to get up shots.
Yeah.
It's all middies, and they're all doing it ISOs out of the post. I get it a little bit, the lack of triple doubles, but I think it's good for the game that it's back.
I agree.
High pace of play. Getting everyone involved is what you want to see.
Mm-hmm. So Knicks to the finals? I don't think even Knicks fans believe that.
Yeah, no, maybe the second round.
Conference finals if you got some good, But yeah.
Conference finals would be overperforming.
Yes.
Not even because the Knicks are bad, just because the Cavs and the Celtics are too good.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the conference finals matchup. Anything else, I would like shit myself.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's no way.
I would be shocked. I mean, like, barring injury.
Yeah,
but
barring injury, yeah. Oh man, which is all we heard about last year in the Celtics playoff run. Oh, if this team if the 8th seeded Heat, weren't injured, they would have beat the Celtics. Like,
if I was in the game,
yeah,
we would beat the Celtics. If you aren't playing in the game, you gotta keep your mouth shut. Fucking Pat Riley head ass.
Oh God, man. Well, it'll be fun. Well, on to a more depressing note. Now, it's funny that we start off with like your favorite team, like the Knicks. And now we can move on to like one of my favorite players, which is Damian Lillard. And he's going to be out indefinitely with a blood clot, which you always hate to see in any NBA player's case, which we've seen it in the past with other people. It just sucks too because like I feel like the Bucks were finally starting to gel too, and we're finally like, oh, we're gonna finally see Dame and Giannis in the playoffs together for the first time, and then this shit happens.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every player that missed the season due to blood clots this year, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's odd that it happened twice.
Shout out Dr. D, man.
Yeah, shout out to Deep Insurance Evil Incorporated. It really is crazy, though. 2 players in the same year, blood clots.
Wasn't that what happened to Popovich, too?
No. Popovich had a stroke.
Oh, he had a stroke, okay. Yeah.
And hopefully he's recovering. I wanna say he's close from what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
Where, like, he's recovering well, but they're like, oh, if he wants to come back and coach, he can. But we'll see. I mean, honestly, just I want him to do whatever's best for his health.
I do too. It just sucks. This would be this is totally off topic, but it was just like very good. It would suck for him to end his career this way.
It would. It really would.
I mean, you could easily make the argument he's the best coach the NBA's ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
And
yes,
for him to end it this way and not in like a proper retirement, like farewell season fashion would really suck.
I don't think he's going to be done. I think he's going to give it at least one more year. And then if he's really like, I can't do this anymore, then he'll end. But I think he wants to succeed with Wemby.
How old is Unk now anyways?
I don't even.
I think he's in his 70s.
Anyway, I think he is in his 70s.
He's got to be pushing 80 at this point.
Yeah, hold on.
Like, he's been doing this so long, man. And regardless of how the Spurs have been, like, post Tim Duncan,
he's 76. Yeah. So he's getting up there.
Yeah, he is getting up there. But, man, it just goes to show when you keep a coach that long, you know, there's something there. And, you know, even when the roster has been just total buns, it's like you still have a great coach like that can win you games with smart decision making. And because I've seen some bad Spurs rosters and I've seen them win games they should not have won because of Greg Popovich. So it's
shout out to Jonathan Simmons overperforming in those years. He I'll always forget he exists, but he had some solid years for the Spurs.
Listen, there is a world where the Spurs win a championship, post Tim Duncan with Kawhi Leonard as the number one guy, but fuck Zaza Pachulia.
Fucking Zaza Pachulia taking out his ankle. Hey, at least Kawhi ended up getting his with the Raptors. That was I feel like that was really, well, he was healthy in the bubble, but outside of the bubble, that was his last real healthy playoff run.
That championship is such a blur in my mind because it happened so quick. And all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'm going to head out.
I don't get, he should have given it at least one more year.
Yeah.
He really should have.
Winning a championship and dipping is insane to me.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Because they still had the core around him. They still had Siakam. They still had Van Vliet. They had Norman Powell.
Mm-hmm.
See what he's doing this year.
Oh, yeah.
Sheesh.
Ibaka was on that team.
Ibaka was. Yeah. Old-ass Marc Gasol was on that team.
Yeah. But he was
Jeremy Lin was on that team.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin came off the bench.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun Toronto team, man. And
that was a really fun team. Fred Van Vliet became a dad and just was cooking all playoffs.
I don't care what anybody says. That series, the series against Philly, Kawhi's game winner is the most iconic shot I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it's the only Game 7 buzzer beater in, I think, playoff history.
Well, Kawhi managed to get every NBA fan, every NBA player, every coach to stand still for 5 seconds.
Exactly.
And just watch a basketball, which I don't think any player has ever done that before.
Is this the dagger?
Oh! That shot single-handedly shut down the Sixers franchise, too. It's bro.
We could be looking at Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid as NBA champions.
With Jimmy Butler. That's a crazy thing to think about.
Was that post JJ, or was that the last year JJ was a Sixer?
I think it was post JJ.
Post JJ?
I think so.
Post Old Man in the 3?
Old Man.
They're doing Young Man in the 3 now.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Duncan Robinson, good for him, man.
D-Rob, man. Yeah. Sheen Estevez, shout out to him.
You can go listen to that one after you're done with this one. Go through all our episodes first.
Yeah. Make sure you leave a like, and you got to plug it.
Do your thing,
So our next thing, very very interesting. Doesn't matter if it was against the Wizards or not, who are puns, but the Pacers put up a franchise best 162-109 win against the Wizards, and in that game, 9 Pacers scored double digits, 12th highest team score in NBA history. There was 48 assists, which is the most by any team in this season, and they made 27 threes, which is a franchise record. The Wizards got, I don't know, for lack of a better term, dick down in this game, essentially.
This is if the JV, backup squad had to face varsity for a game.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit that was happening. 160 in an NBA game.
In regulation.
In regulation.
Because we've seen 160, but it was overtime, double overtime.
That's just brutal. And I mean, like, I know the Wizards are young. I was looking at the box score for that game. Alex Sarr still had 22 and 7.
Yeah, he still went out and got his.
Like, they scored 100 points.
Yeah.
They just weren't defending them.
They just said, fuck this. They were just
like they were like doormen letting them through.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, it's like, come on down. You're on the...
You get double digits. You get double digits. Yeah. You get double digits.
Yeah, look under your chairs. But seriously, though, it's like...
Oh, God, what is the price of a Wizards game right now? I'd love to know.
I want to say, like... There was a Wizards-Pelicans game at the beginning of the season, and you could get, like, close to the court.
For, like, $50?
For like, $6.
Wait, whoa, what?
Not like, close.
Oh, yeah, like, lower level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the cheapest tickets I had seen for an NBA game all season.
Like, damn. $6.
If not 6, then 60 to get close.
Yeah.
Something with a 6. But I remember it being... dumb cheap to get into that game.
I'd go to a Wizards game for $6.
For real. So would I. Like, NBA basketball, man, it's like, you know how, like, in the MLB, you can basically get into any ballpark.
Yeah.
Like, $10-15.
Oh, yeah.
And just go, enjoy yourself, do your thing. I wish the NBA was more like that.
Dude, I went to an arena football game recently for like $18. Actually, sorry, no. My brother's got season tickets, but I found out the tickets like $18. And like, you could basically sit anywhere because the stadium doesn't fill up. Right. So we're in the front row. And for anyone that doesn't know arena football, there's no out of bounds. Like, you are out of bounds. Like, if they freaking go over the wall, they're going into you. Like, that's what's so sick about it. So, like, it's funny because they get to this is the Massachusetts Pirates we're watching, and, like, me and my brother's sitting there, and this is the first time I've gone. They get to the Mass Pirates are in the end zone that we're right behind because we're, like, right by the goalpost. And he leans over to me and he goes, all right, this is where you want to pay attention. He goes, because a receiver could fly into you at any minute. Like, it's actually pretty cool for, like, less than $20. It's like, you have to go sometime. It's actually, it's pretty sick.
I'm down. And by Mass Pirates, we mean, not pirates as in sailboats, pirates as in illegal DVDs.
You just remind me of that episode of iCarly where it's like they think the dudes across the street are selling the pirated DVDs. It's like, oh no, I sell pirate movies. It's like, you know, I make them myself with my buddies, you know, movies about pirates.
Why couldn't the kid get into the pirate movie?
It was rated R. R.
R.
Greatest joke
Not
ever.
paying you to do stand-up, Mr. Squidward.
Oh, man.
Look at the Wizards, man. They got us talking about Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, because the Wizards are that bad. We have to talk about something else.
For real. Honestly, though, like, they're young. They'll figure it out. Like, if they keep the core together, 3-4 years, they'll start looking like a solid team. Mm-hmm. Especially if they get another, like, top prospect or two.
Yeah. If
they capture the flag, dude, like...
That would be cool, dude. Cooper Flag in Washington, like, you know... Sorry to say this, Cooper Flag, you know, but if you end up in Washington, that'd be crazy. I feel bad for him, though. I'd have to look at, like, the lottery, like, projections and, like, give my honest answer of, like... Not necessarily where I think he's gonna go, but, like, what would be the best fit. Like...
When it's closer to draft time, and we have, like... I don't even know when the draft lottery is. That's something... Let me look it up.
Do you think he's for sure going number 1?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do, too.
Yeah.
Some people are speculating on that. So it's basically going to be like the lottery a couple years ago with the Spurs winning the lottery, and everyone's got the Wemby jerseys all ready to go. Like, yeah,
right. It's May 12th. So a little over a month away.
Okay.
But once we got those draft lottery results, we know who's picking where.
Yep.
We can get into the weeds a little bit, but
yeah, we'll have to each give our predictions on the end of season awards too. That'd be interesting too, because we're getting close to that point. Well, yeah. My next point was it was the Lebron. LeBron. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. The fucking LeBron songs.
So crazy.
So LeBron put his tip in versus the Pacers. LeBron. I wrote LeBron.
LeBron put his tip in the faces.
That's basically what he did.
That is basically what he did.
LeBron tipped in a shot versus the Pacers right after Hallie hit a fucking insane shot to almost win the game for the Pacers. But, just figured if we talk about LeBron for a bit.
The Don missed it.
Everyone's glorious king.
And LeBron said, it's just like Sausage Party, just the tips.
Just the tips.
And put that thing back in the hoop.
Crazy.
And it was glorious. Man. It was absolutely glorious.
Oh, look up LeBron sexuals.
In year 75.
All LeBron sexuals at home with the lotion on standby. Freaking.
It was showtime for them after the game. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well.
It's crazy though. LeBron is still as good as he is, man.
It's getting harder for me to defend Michael Jordan. I gotta tell you right now. It's
this motherfucker played against. Well, actually, did he? Hold on.
Did he?
I want to say, didn't he play against Reggie Miller? When did Reggie Miller retire?
Reggie retired in
or was it
05 or 06, I think. It wasn't long after the Malice at the Palace year, which was 04.
He retired in 2. Yeah, so LeBron played against Reggie Miller, bro.
Absurd to think, man.
Like he played against Reggie Miller and Tyrese Haliburton. Like the two
different generations of Pacers.
Two iconic Pacers stars.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if Hallie's up there yet. Hopefully he will be.
I think he will be.
He played against the last real iconic Pacers star. In Reggie Miller. And then
I don't think I need to throw something out for my boy here. I don't think Miles Turner gets enough credit for his contributions to Pacer history. No. He's been on this team so long and nobody talks about it.
He is like the perfect modern center.
Yeah.
He rebounds well, he can defend the rim, he can shoot from outside.
Yeah.
He's got everything you need in a modern big. Like there's a reason the Celtics have been in rumors to get him for years.
Dude, I'd be so happy.
It's like he's the perfect type of guy to have on any roster. I feel like he's like the modern Rocco.
You think so?
Yeah. Robert Covington was like the type of dude where he was just good for a long time and everyone's like, this is the missing piece on your championship roster.
Robert
Covington. I feel like that's Miles Turner.
Listen, Rocco, I swear to God, every 2K simulation, he ends up on your fucking team somehow. He just gets passed around, dude, to every team in 2K.
3-and-D wing. Yeah. That's what you need.
That's it. Exactly. That's it. Well, also about the Lakers on a sour note, we want to talk about the Bulls beating the Lakers.
Doubles.
They were down 115-110 with 12 seconds left, and they won 119-117.
That shot
by Giddey. Insane.
So fucking insane.
I saw a thing. It was LeBron was responsible for 8 of those points, defending, and everyone's you can't make fun of my king. It's dude, he didn't play fucking defense.
LeBron was there for the last shot.
Yeah.
And you can't foul on a shot like that.
No, you can't. You can't even hit him.
Yeah. So all he realistically could do is put his hand up, and as Paul George would say, that's a bad shot.
And it was a bad shot, but it was the only shot they had.
Exactly.
They had to take it.
Exactly.
And the other 99 times, it's not going in. It's
I liked watching Kenny's reaction to that.
Shout out Kenny Butcher, man. Probably the biggest Bulls fan.
He was pumped up after that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
But, yeah. I mean, Giddey's been hooping recently.
Well, in that game, he had 25 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Triple-double machine.
Hey, he does a little bit of everything, and if he gets the 3 going, he's going to be dangerous. Especially point guard at that size.
The Bulls
really high potential. Yeah. He's got a chance to do a lot for that Bulls team.
Mm-hmm. The Bulls don't really have, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they really have that guy to build around right now.
No.
The best I could say is Kobe White. I think Kobe White can give you some good games, but...
Yeah, well, he'll go on a month stretch where he'll look like he's an all-star level player, and then he'll cool off.
Exactly, that's
and then he'll have another one, but it's sporadic.
Yeah.
They just need some consistency on that Bulls team.
You know who it is? It's Modest Buzelis.
I'd be happy to see Modest do well. And if they're another team, if they get Cooper Flagg, they'd be in incredible shape. But I think they're too good right now to get him. They're hovering towards the middle of the pack. But Buzelis and Giddey is like a good 1-2.
Yep.
Especially if you're trying to build this like big defensive team. You get a lot of tall, like lanky motherfuckers that are willing to put in effort on defense. You're cooking. Like I'd like a Jonathan Isaac on a team like that.
Dude, I actually really like Jonathan Isaac.
He just never plays.
No, he's one of the better defenders in the league, and he just doesn't play. It's like so annoying.
Constant injury issues, but like he's one of those guys that you're just sitting and waiting for the 1 year he's healthy. And if you get him at the right time, he can probably be really damn good.
Yeah, that's it. My last thing was the Cavs clinched their first 60-win season without LeBron. They've never done it without LeBron, which that statistic alone is insane to me. But freaking, but so it does. Say what you want about the Cavs. Everyone's saying they're frauds. Some people are saying they're not frauds. I don't know. We'll know come playoff time. But they've just been great. Cavs are good.
Yeah, they are good. I mean, we've said it a bunch of times on this pod already, and we're only what is this 4 or 5 episodes in?
Something like that, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we've said it a million times now that the Cavs are good. I think they definitely aren't frauds.
No, I don't think so either.
I can tell just like the way they play, how together they are, the effort they play with. The fact that they're defensive oriented, it's hard to be frauds when you're a defensive team like that.
It's not so much are they frauds, it's are they built to beat the Celtics?
I don't,
because the Celtics are the clear team you have to take down. Like,
yes, this is sort of my opinion on the Cavs.
Yeah.
They are a very, very talented team. They could win a championship, but I don't think they are quite at the level to win the championship. They have a chance to make it to the finals. As a Celtics fan, that scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
I do think were they able to get through the Celtics, they match up a lot worse against the Oklahoma City Thunder than they do the Celtics, because the Thunder have the size to deal with them. They also would have the better guard, and if you're a team that leans a lot on your guards like the Cavaliers do, Shea's going to outdo Garland or Mitchell. And I think J-Dub will keep the other one in check.
Yeah.
Who knows what Jared Allen and Mobley are going to be able to do, but I think the Thunder going and getting Hartenstein in the offseason was sort of, well, maybe not with that in mind, because I don't think anyone really thought the Cavs would be quite as good as they are this year, but Hartenstein was a really good addition for Oklahoma City, especially in the case that they now have to deal with Cleveland.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can you imagine if they didn't pick up Hardy and then the Chet Holmgren injury happens?
Right.
Can you imagine what this Thunder team would look like without Hardy on the roster? Like, that'd be awful. They'd have, like, no size.
Exactly. I mean, they'd be playing Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, the other Jalen Williams, who's a solid player.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
freaking and Kenrich Williams. And,
yeah, like they'd be running 2 6'6" centers.
Yeah.
So,
in my personal opinion about the Cavs, I think the Cavs are in this position where they look great, and yeah, they could go win a title, but they got to pay the dues first, and that's how I look at it. Like, how many years did we say that about the Celtics? Yeah, we could go win a title this year, but who's standing in our way? Oh, look, LeBron and the Cavs are in the way. You know, we got to beat them. Oh, can't beat them because they're already built to win, and they've already paid their dues and built this team up. Oh. We hadn't done that. Now, over the years, we built our team up, and now we're the favorite to win. We go on to win. I think the Cavs are in that position now where it's like, all right, you got to, like, take your losses, and that kind of builds you to, you know, get more, like, you know what I mean, like that drives you.
You got to build the chemistry.
Yeah, that drives you to be like, okay, now I want to win even more.
You have
because
to get
we lost
that
to them.
Fire.
Yeah, right.
In you,
and I think
from
like
a deep playoff run.
That's why it's like when we lost to Golden State, Like, I think that needed to happen for a multitude of reasons. Like, we ended up trading away Marcus Smart, who I love Marcus Smart, but, like, definitely was holding us back because we were just, like, that one or two pieces away still, but we didn't realize we were.
Marcus would have been the perfect sixth man for a championship team like that.
Yeah.
It's just, you had to start him. And as much as I love the guy and how tough he plays, how much effort he plays with, and he was the defensive player of the year that year. Like, he had an absurd motor on defense. It just felt like he was a step ahead on that end of the ball. He could shoot you out of a game.
Right.
It was brutal at points. The only thing more brutal than Marcus Smart shooting you out of a game was Daniel Tice being on the court in the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Daniel Tice with big fans.
Yeah. Shoot when you're open at the top of the key, Danny boy. Ugh.
Okay, I know you were a big fan of Daniel Tice.
Dude. Like, I get Brad wrote up the handoffs for you. You're at the top of the key. You're supposed to hand it off. But if you're left wide the fuck open and you can shoot, we know you can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot it. Excuse my Daniel Tice rant. I'm so happy that guy's not on the seas. All right.
I was waiting for Brad to make his annual Daniel Tice trade.
Oh, I was too, man. I just
expected every deadline now.
I still couldn't believe, like, when we first got Rhythm, I texted my brother, like, yes, all caps,
and then
multiple exclamation points. And then, like, a week, well, not even a week. It was within the same year. Yeah. Within the same season, we get him back. And I'm like, no!
Yeah. Hey, man, we were really hurting without him, so we had to bring him back.
Yeah. He was the missing piece to the Warriors championship.
Yeah, well, our last thing, we wanted to do an NBA Guess Who, which is, for anyone that may not know, it's 20, it's kind of like a game of 20 questions. You basically get as many questions as you want. It's all time. We each pick a player, and you can ask yes or no questions, and you have to try to just narrow it down as much as you can until you get a guess. And you only get one guess. So if you guess wrong, the other person wins, essentially. So you better hope your guess is right. And if you feel like the other person is going to guess or guess right, then you kind of just have to take a shot in the dark to try to win, if that makes sense. So one guess only. But yeah, we each have to pick a player. So we'll get right into it.
You go ahead and start.
I'll start? Okay. All right. Has your player played past the year 2000?
Past the year 2000? Hell no.
Okay. So that cuts it in half. Or not in half, but by a lot. So,
what about your player?
Yes.
Yes. Past the year 2000. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did your player play in the Western Conference?
Played in both conferences, but primarily the West, yes.
Okay.
Has your player played in the 2010s?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Has your player played in the 1980s?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Is your player an NBA champion?
No.
No. Okay.
Is your player an NBA champion?
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Basketball Reference, because I actually didn't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, let me do the same thing.
Thinking about it, I do remember. Has your player made an All-NBA team?
No.
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 Okay, so we're talking role player. It could be even worse than role player.
I'll just ask the same thing. Has your player made an All-NBA team?
All-NBA, yes.
Okay. So, a pretty good player.
Has your player made an all-rookie team?
Daddy did.
All-rookie team.
Mm-hmm. Did your player win any of the 5 major awards?
Yes.
Okay.
Is your player a point guard?
No.
No. Okay.
Did your player win an MVP?
Yes.
Okay.
Is your player a power forward?
Primarily no.
Okay.
Did your player win his MVP in the 1980s?
No.
No. Okay.
Is your player a center?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Did your player win his MVP in the 1970s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All
right.
Did your player play for the Philadelphia 76ers?
That he did.
Okay.
Was your player a center?
Yes.
Okay.
Has your player averaged 18 points per game for one or more seasons?
No, he did not.
Didn't. Damn.
Did your player ever play for the Milwaukee Bucks?
Let me check. No.
No. Okay. No. All right.
Has your player played for the New Orleans Pelicans?
Yep.
Okay. My next one is going to be a guess.
Okay, so I have to guess. It won the MVP in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to narrow... This is not my guess. You saying they didn't play for the Bucks.
They did not.
Yeah. That got rid of Kareem. So... And he was like half the 70s MVP, so... I have my guess.
It is 7 teams.
Okay.
Who's your guess?
Is it Bob McAdoo?
It is Bob McAdoo.
All right. What was your guess?
Jahlil Okafor.
And you were also right.
Okay.
So we both got it at the exact same time. That's crazy. And by the way, 2 very different basketball players.
Oh, yes. 2 very, very different basketball
But see, you were an Okafor fan, so I had to throw it in there.
What did Jahlil average his rookie year? I could have
17 and a half.
It was 17 and a half?
If you had said 17 for whatever reason, dude, I would have said yes.
I could have sworn it was 18 his rookie year.
See, that's when I knew you were starting to figure it out. And then I said no to 18. You were like, oh, wait. You're like, freaking. That's why. Because it's 17 and a half.
That's why I asked the Pelicans one to clarify.
Yeah, when you asked that, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking cooked. I was like, I'm cooked. He knows. He definitely knows. It was an oddly specific team. So I was like.
I said the 7 teams at the end. I would have given the hint I was thinking of giving, which would have totally given it away, was that I own their jersey. Well, actually, I wouldn't have totally given it away because I own like 30 jerseys. But
originally, when I asked the Bucks question, I said I was going to say Kareem because he ran the freaking the 70s. But then I was like, okay. Yeah. Then I almost said Bill Walton, but yeah, he only played for a couple teams and he didn't play that long. So
he won his MVP
78 for the Blazers, and he was pretty young too.
Oh, that's Bill Walton, yeah. But Bob McAdoo won his MVP in the 74-75 season.
Yeah.
For the Buffalo Braves.
Crazy work. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Oh, he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2000.
I thought you said abducted. Like they did it against his oil.
You didn't know Bob got abducted?
Into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he got abducted into the Hall of Fame. They came out of the Hall of Fame UFO and took him in there.
This is insane. Well, once again, thanks for joining us on your weekly dose of smooth hoops.
Damn right.
Just shout out Kelpie G.
Salutations, my children.
Until next time.
Peace.